G'day everybody, SizDog here
And the Dan Cat.
for Nostalgia Button. And this week, as you can see, I'm like a dodgy Willy Wonka because I don't have a Willy Wonka outfit, and it's freezing. So I'm in a purple jacket and a top
cold.
hat. It is freezing here in Melbourne town, probably just as cold as Munich where they shot Willy Wonka.
Did they shoot it in Munich?
They did, in
I
Germany.
didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why all
Augustus
that...
didn't need to travel very far at all.
No, he didn't. Augustus Gloop. So yeah, I have a modest collection of Willy Wonka stuff because it really isn't that much to buy.
No.
As far as Willy Wonka merchandise and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory merchandise.
Well, because the movie's from the 70s, yeah? And I'm guessing merchandising wasn't a huge thing back then. It was really once Star Wars came that the merching with the movies kind of happened.
Yes, and this movie actually wasn't a
Box
hit.
office hit.
It wasn't a box office drag. No,
It was a drag. It wasn't a hit.
it didn't drag the people in.
Ah.
It dragged them out of the theatre. But it found its home on home video in the 80s and has become a cult, and not really a cult classic, because it doesn't have a cult following. It has a massive worldwide following.
It's just a classic.
It's just a classic. So let's begin, shall we?
Well, I think the thing with Willy Wonka
Is that these fall over quite easily?
it's the first, one of the first live action movies we showed our girls. Like, you know, when kids are transitioning from cartoons to live action films, that's a big step
Yeah.
to go from watching drawings to watching the people.
Sure.
And I'm pretty sure this was one of the first ones we did with the girls.
Yeah, this would have been the copy we showed them on
No, I
Blu-ray
think we would have
disc.
started on DVD.
Well, didn't we buy this because we needed to show it to them in the car, and the car only has a DVD player, so we
Okay.
would have shown it to them on Blu-ray.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go. So which one are we talking about first? Talking about this one first?
I guess.
Okay, so we just talked about that. And yes, we bought this
Oh,
for
you got
$2
it at the op shop.
At the op shop. What a bargain. So yeah, obviously the artwork on this one is great. It's got Gene Wilder there, obviously, as Willy Wonka, and all of the kids and their parents with the candy there on the front. And then on the back, we've got Charlie Bucket with the golden ticket, and it looks like a couple of Oompa Loompas there as well. No, just one Oompa Loompa.
This
and
one's
then this
got
one,
a lot more going on.
yeah. And if you ever open it up, it's got a colour disc as well.
Shell and blimmin' chocolate bars from dawn till dusk.
Make 'em work at night.
I hit my nostalgia button early, folks. The color disc I think is really cool. It's very Gene Wilder in that image looks older than he really is. I don't know why, but yeah, some really fun
Oh, this one's
artwork.
just boring.
That one's just boring. Yeah, why I didn't bother opening it. But I also love Veruca Salt at the bottom there, where she's screaming for more. You know.
More of everything.
More of everything. All right, well, let's have a quick look now at our pop vinyls.
So that's what we mainly have a collection of is the pops.
Yeah, so I have a pretty...
We actually have a pretty extensive pop collection for people who
Don't really
aren't
collect
fans
pops.
of pop vinyls.
No. My general rule of collecting is I'll get a pop vinyl if they really don't have another incarnation of them in any other toy line. I break that rule sometimes, but to get all of the characters from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, there's really only one option, and that is the Funko Pop vinyls.
Yeah.
So, first off, I want to start off with our Oompa Loompas.
These guys are going to tip.
Here we go.
There we go.
So,
And how many Oompa Loompas do we have?
we've got 3. Here, grab that one there. There's one more. And one more. So I'd like to get 6 eventually, but these guys are quite expensive. They range anywhere between $40 and $60 each.
Oh, goodness. That is expensive.
It is, yeah. But my idea is that I'd like, there's like 6 main Oompa Loompas in the movie, so I'd like 6
Yeah,
of them
5
to
or
be
6.
represented them.
Yeah.
In my collection. Here's the box there as well for the Oompa Loompas. This one comes with Willy Wonka on the back. So this was a series with just Willy Wonka and an Oompa Loompa. There we go.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Oompa Loompa Doopa. Who didn't
Dee
sing
doo.
these songs when they were a kid?
I've got another puzzle for you. Oompa Loompa Doopa Dee Dee. If you are wise, you listen to me. What do you get when you gobble down sweets?
Eating as much as an elephant eats.
What are you at getting terribly fat?
What do you think will
Come of that. I don't like the look of it. Like, come on, who doesn't know and love these songs in this movie? They're the best.
Clearly, we've watched it a
Oh,
lot.
yeah. And it's worth a second and third and fourth and fifth viewing because there's so much in it that
Yeah.
you'll never get through all of it. So here's Augustus.
Quite a slim Augustus, actually.
Yeah, he's got his chocolate-covered face. He's holding his chocolate bar. It looks to be, just like a generic chocolate bar, but you could assume it is a Wonka bar.
It would be a Wonka bar.
Yeah.
He's wearing
and
his little outfit with his short pants and his jacket and tie.
yeah, there he is,
He's dressed
Augustus
quite
Gloop.
nicely for his trip to the chocolate factory.
He's in his Sunday best.
Yes.
Yes. Next of the kids, we have Violet Beauregard.
Now, she was only ever available as a blueberry.
Yes, you couldn't get her in any other way. Oh, I forgot to show the boxes. So
Of Augustus.
there's Augustus's box there, with all of the characters on the back. So there you go. So I'm not sure why the Oompa Loompas only have those two on the back, but you could obviously get them all in that
you go.
incarnation.
But
And then here is Violet Beauregard's, a 2016 Summer Convention exclusive, apparently. Violet Beauregard right there. And yeah, I mean, what a great scene in the film. If you're going to release only one version of her, it's got to be her as a big blueberry.
Well, it's the classic thing that happens to her character, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really release Augustus falling into the river and going up a pipe.
No. So the obvious
I mean, and
option-
everyone remembers the father going, "I've got a blueberry for a daughter."
Fantastic. Such a great scene. And I love her bangs too. Like they've really captured that
Her fringe.
likeness. Yeah, that's the cool thing. That sometimes pop vinyls really are a great medium for a character, and other times they're not. Like this is perfect. You know, you can look at that and instantly know that's Violet Beauregard from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Whereas if you just looking at like a random wrestler in trunks, it could be anyone. You know, or
Yeah.
someone in a suit, it could be anyone. You know, but that's definitely Violet.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Next to be eliminated,
Next to be eliminated is Veruca Salt.
Vivian's favourite.
Yes, absolutely. And our nostalgia button quote
Yes.
of the day. She comes with her egg, her turkey egg for Easter.
Goose egg.
They don't know that yet.
It's her goose egg.
Easter is over. He's trying to get ahead for next year. It is a goose egg. It's not turkey egg, is it?
No.
No, of course. Gooses! Geeses!
It's interesting though, because the film has the geese laying eggs, whereas in the book it's actually squirrels shelling nuts.
Yeah, there are quite a few differences between the movie and the book.
Even though we don't have a copy of the book yet, I'm sure we will end up one with two little primary school readers.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I do remember that big difference. Is that it's squirrels because she's a bad nut, not a bad egg.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. She's a bad nut. Next to be eliminated is Mike TV.
Watched too much TV in
And-
his little cowboy outfit.
There's his cowboy outfit there. He's got his cowboy hat on the back of him and his two guns, which is really
Little
cool.
holsters.
The holsters there. And the really cool thing about this one is it actually comes with a mini Mike TV
'Cause
when he gets shrunk down.
Shrunk down.
Yeah, how cool is that?
He's
So,
the first person in the world to travel via television.
mhm.
He wants
He
to
is.
do it again.
If you do, there'll be nothing left.
His mum is fantastic. She's very good at being
There's the box
outraged.
there.
Like when she's
Yeah.
like the Oompa Loompa, she's like, I'm a geography teacher, and Willy Wonka's like, oh, well, then you know all about it.
Yeah.
She's
And what a
like-
terrible place it is.
Oh.
Yeah, she's great. Okay, on to the most controversial character in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory,
We just-
Grandpa Joe.
We just found out that there's quite a few Facebook pages that don't really like Grandpa Joe.
Yeah, Grandpa Joe is a somewhat of an internet pariah.
He's a bit of a divisive character.
And this is something we've really kind of talked about for many years. Like
Yes.
whenever Charlie says, I've won a golden ticket, I'm going to the chocolate factory, he starts singing this song like how he's won the chocolate.
Yeah, we've got a golden ticket. I've got a golden ticket in my mind or something, doesn't he say?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's Charlie who won it, not him. He's just lucky that, for whatever
And
reason,
he
Charlie
can-
doesn't love his mum as much as he Loves it.
And he can magically get out of his bed with no physio after 20 years.
Yeah. Grandpa Joe. And look what he's holding there. The fizzy lifting drink.
Yeah.
It's his idea to start drinking that and
Charlie
almost
said no.
costs Charlie the factory.
Rude. Oh, spoilers. Spoiler alert.
If you haven't seen it already, why are you clicking on this? Click away.
Because they like your face.
Thank you so much for joining us this week on Nostalgia Button. Don't forget to subscribe. No, but this is one of my favourite scenes in the film, to be fair, when they are using that fizzy lifted drink.
Yes.
You know, when you're watching that as a kid, how magical. It's like, oh my God, they're flying.
Yeah. And then they have to burp to get down. And
How
I always...
terrifying was that when the things go, boop, 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 they're going to get chopped to bits.
Well, I'm not very good at burping.
Oh, right.
Like, and I can't... You know how some people can, like, burp on cue?
Like that.
Yeah, I can't do that.
You can't do that.
And so I remember watching it being like, I'd be up in that fan.
You'd be
So I
chopped
wouldn't
to
be able
bits.
to burp to get down.
Fantastic.
And then there's the parody of that in Family Guy.
Yeah.
I think it's in the first season where Peter and Brian get to go on a tour of the Pawtucket Brewery.
Oh, right.
And the same thing, they drink the fizzy beer and lift up, but
Yeah.
the way to get down is by farting, not burping.
Classic Family Guy. Oh, now we have Charlie
Our
Bucket
hero.
here, our hero.
Our little hero,
When I
Charlie
bought this
Bucket.
one online, now I'd never mentioned this, but the whole reason I have these is because in lockdown, there was
had
really
nothing
nothing
to
to do. In 2020, my collecting habit went through the roof, and I found out about these on the internet, and I just started piecing the collection together over a few, months. And so this one came, I was super excited. This was one of the last ones I needed for my collection. And whoever packed it decided to just put it in a bag. They didn't,
Put it in a
so
box,
they
nothing-
destroyed
no
the
protective
box.
around it.
Somehow, for some reason, I kept the box anyway, even though it's destroyed.
You've kept all the boxes.
I have kept all the boxes.
Because we have so much room.
Yes, well, if we do ever decide to sell them or we move, then we have the perfect place to put them. We don't just put them in a glad bag. But there's Charlie.
With his golden ticket.
I've got a golden ticket. It's ours, Charlie.
Run home, Charlie!
As fast as you can and don't stop till you get there. Bum, bum, bum.
Like, all these people just start swamping this poor kid.
Whenever I watched
the
it as a
street,
kid,
it's
yeah,
so
I was like,
weird.
oh my God, he's going to lose the ticket.
Anyone could just pop it out of his
Grab
hand.
it. Let me see. So there he is there with his golden ticket, that classic do on his head, his blue shirt, his grey pants. Not the most toyetic figure, but it's definitely Charlie. The best thing about it, obviously, is that golden ticket there.
And our favourite scene with Charlie is when he's in class.
Oh,
with,
yeah.
With that actor who always reminds me of Cockburn, Steve Coogan.
Steve Coogan, he reminds you of Coogan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's doing the percentages.
Yes, it's like, Charlie Bucket, how many did you open?
2.
200, that's easy. 200 over
No,
again.
not 200. Just 2.
2? Well, I can't figure out just 2. Well, let's just assume you bought 200. Now, apart from being dreadfully sick.
It's just so much
So
fun.
quotable, man.
All those little scenes within the movie as well
Yeah.
are just so much fun. Like the one with the woman whose husband's been kidnapped. And to get him back, she needs to give her last case of Wonka bars. And she's like, how long will they give me to think it over?
Yeah. And also the scene that our girls really love the most as well is the computer that's able to tell is precisely where the last remaining golden ticket is. And the
It
computer
won't tell him.
is like, I won't tell. That would be cheating. I'm now telling the chocolate that if it does share the location with me, I will gladly share with him the grand prize. What would a computer do with a lifetime supply of chocolate? I'm now telling the computer exactly what it can do with a lifetime supply of chocolate. Chocolate! And that's the dude from the Goodies. Remember the Goodies?
Yeah.
Did you watch the Goodies?
Yeah.
With the big cat and everything?
Yeah.
Goodies, goody, yum, yum. All right,
Okay.
on to the main event. Our main man, Willy Wonka. There he is. There's our box.
And his box is just with the
There you go. The one on the back there with just the Oompa Loompa. But there he is. He's got his classic hat. He has his cane. He has his fantastic purple jacket and very colourful shirt as well with his bow tie.
It's normally just like a ruffly shirt, isn't it?
What do you mean? No, there it is right there. Boom. That's
Yeah, but
exactly
isn't
what
that-
it is.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what he wears.
There it
it's
is.
like a vest.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought it was like ruffles,
It's yeah.
but it's
no.
not. It's not.
No, it's not. It's a vest with a really big bow tie. I
Yeah.
think the ruffle effect is from the bow tie that you're
Yeah.
remembering.
There you go.
Little known fact about Gene Wilder, when he was portraying Willy Wonka, he asked that during the scene where you first see him appear out of the chocolate factory, he asked the director if he could kind of let go of his cane and then do that classic tumble. And the whole point of that was so that the audience never knew when Willy Wonka was telling the truth or when he was lying. And I think that really forms the whole performance, because you really don't know, like, what... He's drinking, you know, like, okay, I'm going to hit my nostalgia button now.
Oh.
Here we go.
They've been shelling blimmin' chocolate bars from dawn till dusk.
Make 'em work at night.
This is definitely my most favourite and nostalgic part of the whole film, where Gene Wilder is sitting in his Candyland in that first like main chocolate room with the chocolate river and everything. And he's sitting there and he's drinking, he's singing Pure Imagination, and everyone else is off, like, you know, eating all the things and having the time of his life, and he's just sat, you know, in the grass.
And he's drinking
with
out
his-
of the buttercup.
The buttercup, cup of tea or
Yeah.
whatever. And at the very end, he looks so melancholy, and he's singing that last line of the film, of the song, and then he just, oh, okay, now I'm just going to eat this. and as a kid, I'm like, what is he doing? He's it. Oh, it's edible. That's right. Everything here is edible, even the buttercup that he was drinking out of.
There you go.
Buttercup, is that right?
It's a buttercup flower.
Buttercup flour. Perfect. What's your most nostalgic moment of the film?
Yeah, the part you were talking about when he comes out with the cane,
Yeah.
and then the cane gets stuck in the ground, and he keeps taking those couple of walks.
Yes.
And he, like, when you're a little kid and you're first watching it,
You think he's fallen
gonna
over?
fall.
Yes.
And then he does the tumble and he gets up, and it's like, oh, it's so magical! Yay!
He's pulled the wool over our eyes.
And probably more low key part of this movie that I actually do really like, and probably it's because that I am a mum now.
Yes.
Is when Charlie's mum sings the song for Charlie to cheer up.
Cheer up, Charlie.
Yeah, because it's just
Yeah.
she knows she can't give him everything he wants, and
Yes.
you can feel in her performance that she's doing everything she can for him.
Yeah, I really
You know?
like that song. Yeah.
It's really pretty.
As a kid, I found it like, oh, whatever. But as you
Yes.
said, as you get older, you appreciate it. You see it through parents' eyes as opposed to a child's eyes.
Yeah.
And it totally changes the dynamic of the
Completely.
scene. Yeah, it's like, this is a really heartfelt moment in the movie.
Yeah.
And I also saw online the other day, it was a meme that someone posted, and it had just a picture of Charlie's mum singing the song, and then it said, the most fast-forwarded moment in VHS history. Because every kid just wants to get to the chocolate factory. We
wanna
don't
see
care
Charlie's
about
mum
Charlie's
singing a
mum
ballad.
singing a ballad. We actually have two other items before we finish up here,
do.
Nostalgia Button fans. We have our Willy Wonka Mego figure. So this is a new figure. This was from 2020, so there you go.
It's just the one. They didn't do anyone else from
No.
Willy Wonka.
No, they've only used this. Obviously, they may have only just got the one license for Willy Wonka. Really great picture of Gene Wilder there on the back. And I genuinely feel that the likeness of Gene Wilder on this this figure is quite good. And obviously, yeah, he's got his hat there. He's got it on in his hand there. He doesn't come with a cane that I can see. But yeah, his vest, his jacket, his bow tie. And before we finish talking about this, I did actually reach out to a toy maker who likes to think of himself as a modern day Willy Wonka, a guy called Jeremy Padawa. And we've had a chat back and forth on the Twitters. And you'll appreciate this. He was actually the owner and operator of Jack's Pacific.
Specifically,
Jack's. And now is owner of Jazzwares Toys, who have the AEW license, and he's still making action figures today. I reached out to him. I said, dude, please somehow get the license for Willy Wonka. How amazing would it be to have fully articulated, highly detailed, 6-inch figures of these characters? And the opportunity to like do a Build-A-Figure would be like immense. You could do like, every character could come with like a little Oompa Loompa, and each line could, like, you could build like maybe the parents to get them into
Or
the line as
you
well.
could build the Great Glass Elevator.
Yeah, there'd be so many things you could do, you know. So I really hope one day we do see more action figures and toys of this line.
Well, it's interesting because the film is called Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, but the
Yeah.
book is actually called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
And do you know why it's called the two different reasons?
No, but I'm sure you do.
I've been doing my Charlie and the Chocolate Factory / Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory research of late. And the reason for it was because there was meant to be a chocolate bar tie-in, and they wanted to tie in the name of the film to the name of the chocolate bar that was going to be
They
released,
were going to release Wonka candy, which
Wonka
you can
chocolate
get
bar.
now, can't you?
which was being produced by Quaker Oats. So Quaker Oats were the main people that funded the film, and because of that, they wanted Willy Wonka's chocolate bar to be named after the film Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So there you go.
We have one piece left.
One piece left.
One piece left in our collection.
And this is our Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory vinyl release. Really cool artwork on the front. If you have a look at Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory online, like just the images of it, this image comes up a lot. I think it may have been like the original poster for the film, or possibly something like that, but it seems to come up quite often. Not one that I remember as a kid, but I think it was an image that was used for the promotion of the film.
We've also got to remember some promotional images would have been used in other countries and not here.
True, yes.
So,
And here's the back of it as well. And it says a scrumdiddlyumptious soundtrack with the Willy Wonka chocolate bar there being eaten.
fun thing about this record.
Are we going to turn it around so they can
Oh.
see? Yeah, are you ready?
Yeah.
You want to pull it out, do you?
No, it's okay. You can do it.
Okay. So, it's a golden record, like the golden ticket. So, very cool. This was
And
released...
it's a candy bar on the inside, a chocolate
Yeah,
bar.
so there's a chocolate wrapper there on that side. And,
And that's just brown, but with the...
yeah. So, really cool, really cool piece for the Willy Wonka collection. And
We listen to it.
we listen to this quite often, don't we?
Yep.
It's one of our favourite soundtracks.
One to put on. It's good background music.
There you go. Thanks for joining us this week on Nostalgia Button. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a comment, like the video, and hit that subscribe button with your bell notifications
It really helps
turned
us.
on.
It really helps us so other people can find our videos, and they
Yeah,
might
we've got quite a
they
catalogue
might
now,
enjoy
don't we?
listening to us waffle on and
About collections
be a bit
and
silly.
all these things each week. So please make sure you hit that subscribe button and share the video. Tell your friends. Old mate Sis Dog and the Dan Cat talking toys. If that's something you think they might be interested in, give it a share. That would be awesome.
They've been shelling blimmin' chocolate bars from dawn till dusk.
Make 'em work at night.
Thanks very much, guys. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye. What you buy this week? Did you get some toys instead of the groceries? I wanted this since I was a kid. Now I live in a box, but at least I chased the dream. I gotta intercept that package, or my wife will leave me and I'll end up on the street.